something bite him?
Ben? There's something wrong with Ben.
Johannes, wow, Primate, what a way to start the year. I am so glad this is in theaters. I was blown away. It was just, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Oh, that's
Uh,
great.
so, Mr. Roberts, I read that, this is your love letter to Cujo. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I read at least one of his books every year. Talk to me a little bit about how Stephen King and Cujo inspired Primate.
Yeah, both the book and the movie were my first horrors. And I remember so clearly watching the movie, and there's a sequence where the camera is Cujo's point of view, and then it comes up behind Dee Wallace, and then it goes over Dee Wallace, and you realize it's not a point of view camera. You've been tricked. It's a crane. We're craning up, and then Cujo comes in from the other side, and you jump a mile. And I was just like, I remember my young brain just going, wow, that I want to be able to manipulate the audience and make them jump and so that really set me on that path. And I then with the book, the emotional story of this pet that like the horror doesn't come from outside, it comes from inside. It comes from something you love and within the family, and you really have a sympathy for it, and watch it go down this kind of road to madness. So those things really made a big impact on me.
Johannes, we have this movie leans into a lot of real practical effects, and we have a real actor who's playing Ben. Talk to me a little bit about those decisions.
Yeah, it became very evident very early on that to achieve the connection that we wanted between Ben and Lucy and the family, and to feel sympathy for him, and then to watch his like descent into madness, and then to really feel scared. Sorry, I don't know if we can. I mean to swear there, but to feel scared. Is I needed to do this for real. We did an open casting, and we found this guy, Miguel Torres, and he just brought a real personality to it. Changed the movie. Like the movie initially didn't have the personality, and it was working with Miguel that created that real humor, but mean streak. But it came out of Miguel's personality.
Lucy, bad. Lucy, bad. Bad. Bad.
It's not Ben anymore.
Johannes, I don't want you to spoil that opening. Oh, wow, what an opening. Talk to me a little bit about why you wanted to thrust that right on audiences right from the get-go.
Yeah, I felt you're in a very strange genre with something that could be described as a creature film, but I felt like I needed to set people tonally with how extreme we were going, and just get them sitting back, so I could then just meet our characters and stuff, and then when we go midway or 20 minutes into the movie. But I just wanted to have people sat back in their seat in the first 5 minutes and go, again, I've sworn, but just go like, oh my God, I didn't realize we were going to go there. But it's really fun thing to watch with an audience.
There's someone I want you to meet. This is Ben.
My hand? He wants to shake my hand?
Yeah. Hi, Ben. Our mom rescued him, and now he's part of our family.
Ben, happy.
He's kind of cute.
Yeah, right.
I had a blast watching this movie. I think audiences are really going to love it. It was super scary. To you both, Johnny, you can kick it off, but what was it about Primate that attracted the both of you?
I had just never read a script like Primate before. I could not believe how much I was on the edge of my seat just even reading the script. And I also just thought Lucy's character was so brave, so strong, and really like a unique character in horror. I think it's interesting to see a character who's a coda, who has a pet chimp. Like, I know I've never seen those things before in a movie. So I was just really excited to do something that I had never done personally and also had never seen.
Yeah, I have a similar response. When I first read the script, I thought it was really cool, especially when the kids are stuck in the swimming pool. You know, when we know that the chimpanzee hates water. With rabies, you can't get into water. So I think that was a really great addition. And being stuck in one place in a house throughout an entire film, it was very simple and everything happens there. But as far as my character, who's a father who happens to be deaf, who's a writer, who has to support his family and earn enough money to support his children, he's out of town for business. He feels like he's been neglecting his family and then realizes he's been a bit selfish and now he needs to make big sacrifices to try and save his family from this situation, especially after his wife passing away. You need to pay attention to the little things, especially Ben, and then it's unexpected.
I feel like this movie, if I was younger, would have scarred me for life the way Jaws did when I saw it as a youngster. So to you both, what is the horror movie, the one movie you watched that really left its mark on you that you've never been able to shake?
For me, I can never shake a movie called John Carpenter's The Thing with Kurt Russell. That was my trauma as a child.
I don't think I'll ever shake The Shining from me. And it's not just because here's Johnny, but I just think the performances in that are really mind-blowing. Just to see how far actors took themselves going in those, I don't know, in that genre too, is really cool.
Primate, again, as I mentioned, is super unique. What did Johannes Roberts, the director of the film, what kind of homework did he give the two of you to watch to sort of prepare for this crazy, scary ride?
Well, when Johannes gave me the script, I felt like I had to do my homework and do a bit of research. So I watched the HBO documentary Chimp Crazy to prep, where chimpanzees actually attacked their owners. One person even lost a nose. Their nose was ripped off. And I was like, oh, well, this is believable. Chimpanzees can attack people. And so I felt like after I did my homework, it was a believable role. And I had some questions for Johannes. Why do you want X, Y, and Z to this story? He was inspired by Cujo, which was one of his favorite movies, was Stephen King's Cujo. And so then he began developing Primate. And so that's what we have now, a pet who happens to be a part of the family who, pets tend to be friendly. And then this is very unexpected.
I mean, I'm just a nerd when it comes to preparing characters, so I feel like I always give myself a lot of homework. I also watched Chimp Crazy, which was very disturbing. I watched, all the monkey horror movies I could find, like Monkey Shines, and I read a lot of Jane Goodall. I thought I'm a big fan of hers. And so just kind of understanding her research, I was able to really kind of frame my mom's research in the film based off of Jane Goodall, I really enjoyed that. And then, of course, learning ASL.
911, what's your emergency?
You need to send the police. Please.
Do you know where you are?
I'm at home. You need to hurry.
Okay, we're tracking your location.
Please. He's gonna kill me.
Who's going to kill you, ma'am?
He's acting crazy.
I need you to stay calm.
He killed all the others.
Who killed the others?